Deadly Grounds Coffee knows how important your coffee is to you. Every batch is roasted to perfection with a unique special method that brings out the richest, deepest, smoothest flavor you'll ever find. We're coffee freaks too, and deadly serious about our brew. Just one sip and you'll know why we say, once you go deadly, you don't go back. It's truly coffee to die for. So when you're ready to get a little deadly, get online and order yours at getdeadly.com. It's coffee so good, it's scary.
Greetings and welcome once again to another episode of the Retro Ridoctopus Cephala Podcast, the only show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome. As ever, we are part of the Dorkening Podcast Network and brought to you tonight by Deadly Grounds Coffee. That is coffee to die for. I am your host. My name is Parasite Steve, a.k.a. Steve Van Samson. And with us tonight are my very good satellite of love cohorts, Mr. 8-Bit Alchemy.
Hey, you know, in the not too distant future, we might have a very special guest.
That's very true. That's very true. You guys are technically my bots for the episode, I think. I should have introduced you as such. And my second bot, the one with the gumball head, Mr. Coopster Gold.
Oh, I lucked out. I get to be Tom? Okay, cool. Movie sign!
I'm more of a cambot kind of guy. I'm just like over here behind the scenes.
Wait, Coop,
I don't have lines.
Say the word car for me.
Car?
Okay,
no, it's gotta be like care.
It's care. It's not close.
Care.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking it was close enough. But anyway, guys, yes, we have a heck of a guest for you guys tonight. Our guest tonight is a talented writer, actress, and comedian. She's written for TV, for comics, and even her own 2022 memoir, Dumb, 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 My Mother's Book Reviews. But you probably know her best as the villainous Pearl Forrester from the legendary Peabody Award-winning Emmy-nominated comedy cult series Mystery Science Theater 3000. Locked in the Brig tonight. Oh, it's the host of the Mary Jo Pehl show, Mary Jo Pehl.
Hello, you sure packed a lot of adjectives in there. Thank you.
You're welcome. They're all
Not
earned.
enough
They're all
adverbs.
very earned.
I know you guys couldn't hear it, but I wanted to do like the Kermit the Frog on the Muppet Show, like, yeah, like flapping your hands and just screaming and just giving you the true Muppet salute is really what I wish I could have done there.
Oh.
Would have been exciting.
That is my all-time favorite happy thing.
It's the best.
That's happiness distilled.
the
Absolutely.
best. Yeah,
Kermit
it
the
is.
Frog celebrating on the Muppet Show. So, you know, we got you tonight. We're so happy you're here, Mary Jo, and we're big fans. We're huge fans of Mystery Science Theater and the Mary Jo Pehl show, and you know, we've just followed you for so long, and your exploits and your good
Your endeavors.
Works.
Why,
Mystery
thank
Science Theater is so important to a lot of us nerds. So thank you for, you know, your part in that.
You're welcome.
How did you end up hitching your wagon to that crazy crew? You know,
You
like,
are
how
not
did it start?
asking that question.
Okay,
Are
I
you
won't.
asking that question that I've been asked 37 million times?
Let's skip that question.
No, I will answer it. I just would have thought. I expected.
Yeah, you
more
expected
from
more
you
from
guys.
us. I know.
expected
We have to assume that our listeners
there's
have
more.
never heard an interview
in their whole lives.
in their whole life. They don't even know what a show is. Yeah, They're just totally new.
I was doing stand-up comedy in the Twin Cities in the late 80s-ish, and I did comedy with all those guys, Mike Nelson, Bridget Nelson, Bridget Jones Nelson at the time, and Frank and Trace and Joel. And I had heard that they were doing a local TV show, and I didn't own a television. I was so broke. I had no idea what they were doing. And then, I'd still run into them at the clubs and hang out. And I think when when they got picked up by Comedy Central, Bridget called me on the lowdown, and she said, "You didn't hear it from me, but they're looking for a new writer, and I think you should call Mike." And so I mustered up all my courage and called Mike on my landline. And I feel like when I think about it, it was in a very tremulous voice, like, "Hello, Mike. I was wondering if you're ever going to," and I knew him from stand up.
Right.
I put it forth, and he said, "Yeah, well, we'll get back to you." And I ended up going in for a trial run and find it. And I had to go to my parents to watch the show because I didn't know what it was. Right. So I submitted a sample script, and then I went in a couple weeks later to sit with the writers, and it was really fun, and I was still getting my legs under me. And then this is probably a longer answer than you anticipated, but
you can read your laundry list. Or your groceries.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I will read my Amex statement for my taxes.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't dox yourself.
And then it was a 2-week trial period, and after the 2 weeks, nobody was saying anything. So I was so devastated because nobody said anything. So I went around to Mike and Kevin and Trace and Jim Mallon, and I said, and Joel, and I said, "Thank you so much for this opportunity." And there was a hasty shareholders meeting. They'd forgotten that. I think they kind of forgot that I was there. I'm serious.
That's crazy. Wow.
So then they said, "Oh, can you stay for another 2 weeks?" And I said, "Sure." And then after that, I think they did kind of forget, and I just kept showing up.
And eventually,
tenacity wins, right? You
Right.
just got to keep trying. You got to keep being there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's freaking cool, man. That is just so
awesome.
cool. That's like, talk about the tenacity. Yeah. Like you really earned that. Like,
I don't know. Thank you. I don't know if it was tenacity as just not quite knowing whether I should go or stay. So maybe I'll just err on the side of staying and see what happens.
Do you want me to play the song?
That's
Right,
the Midwest
right. Should I
vibe.
stay or should I go now?
I don't know what to do. So I've always, wondered how the writing worked on that show, and just sort of briefly, like, what sort of stuff were you writing at the time? Was it, the in-between skits, the host segments, or were you writing riffs for the movies? What sort of stuff
all
did
us
they put
writers
you on?
were writing everything.
Everything.
So we were all watching a movie together, and then we would brainstorm the host segments, and then those would get, once we narrowed those down, those would be assigned to different writers, and sometimes we wrote in teams, but we were all writing different aspects, all the different aspects of it.
That's so cool.
Now, I feel like the beauty of it is, being able to capture a writing style that you guys had for MST3K that made it feel like the riffs were happening in the moment, right? Because, like, to the viewing audience, for me, forever, I would have never thought that the show was constructed in the way that it really is, with having it be a team of writers and you're deciding which line comes from who. And I think that that's kind of a very unique style of writing that's almost like writing improv, which is like a contradiction in and of itself, but like it feels like improv, and that's interesting. So you must have a history with improvisation, right? Like being stand-up comedian and everything.
Oh yeah, I do, and I think what you're talking about really speaks to the comedy chops, the stand-up chops to Joel and Mike and Kevin and Bill and Trace, and I hope it speaks to the writing too, because we would review a script before we actually recorded it, and sometimes it would be tweaked. Often it would be tweaked, lines would be tweaked, so they sounded more organic to the speaker.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that speaks to a number of different qualities in the team. And when you are working that intensely together for so long, you can really articulate the vibe of the writing room and the voices of the actors. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah,
So
right. It's like you're learning almost the characters that you're writing
Right.
for in
Yeah.
the way that you would, in a movie script or something like that. You wouldn't have certain characters say things that are against their, personality. So, but it just felt like a little bit more, real because you're writing to the comedy sensibilities of like your co-writers too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because that was
You
always
can
one
pick
of
up
our
on that,
primary
yeah.
goals, is to make each other laugh.
Right.
And then we knew we were on to something.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine that was a good way to tell.
And you can
That was
definitely
good.
tell the difference in the voice of like Joel and Mike too, on the things that
Oh,
they would
yeah.
say and places they would go. Or maybe Crow would be slightly meaner than Tom. So
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could really tell that like certain lines would be. It's like I would imagine in the writing room, somebody comes up with a joke and it's like, oh, that's a Crow line. That's
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Paul Schurston and I were we would divide up the script and assign the lines to people, and we definitely developed a sense of how it sounded in our heads for whom.
right.
Yep. Cool.
And obviously, different people have different abilities to do different types of voices or
Yeah,
impressions.
exactly.
Even.
Like
So you're gonna
Trace,
lean
I
into
mean, give
that.
Trace anything, and yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
He can make it happen.
And that's the magic of the show, because it really was like two shows in one. It absolutely is two shows in one. They're melded perfectly, but it's two completely different formats, and it is amazing how those host segments give each episode their identity. And as a
Yeah.
longtime fan, a lot of times I will remember host segments, but I won't remember what episode that they were in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like, which
you're
one is that? Like, I was trying to
Right.
remember. I will just be totally nakedly honest. I don't remember which movie this is, but it's one of my favorite segments with you and Bill as Brain Guy and Kevin as Dr. Bobo, where it was the one where they were fighting, and you made them get along, and you're like, well, let's just, for the sake of argument, Brain Guy, why don't you smell yourself? And Bill's like, what for what reason? And you're like, just do it. And he like lifts up this little bit of his cloak, and he's like, oh my God. Oh, I'm terrible. And I don't remember what movie that is, but I know I own it. It's one of the ones that I have on DVD, but I love that whole episode's worth of those skits. Like,
okay. Well,
that-
you're farther ahead than I am, because I do not remember that sketch at all. So, and then people will. It's so interesting to me, the steel trap minds of so many of the viewers that remember
Yeah.
lines
This guy.
and what episode, and I hardly remember anything. I'm hesitating
Yeah.
because I don't want to sound like a knucklehead. It was a long time ago.
Sure.
It was
Yeah,
a lot of,
yeah.
it was every 9 weeks we were turning something out.
Yeah.
So when you say you don't remember what episode, I feel like you're remembering
That
some
it
of it.
existed though.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been there before, Mary Jo. Like, I mean, I feel like when it's our work, it's something that in the moment is what is happening, and it's everything that you're thinking about. But then you're kind of always on some form of treadmill. You're coming up with new things. You're
That's
working
a
on
good
the
way
next
to put
thing.
it. Right.
And then, like, even at my job, like, my boss would be like, "Oh, remember this thing that we did a couple years ago, and this, that, and the other thing happened?" And I'm like, "No."
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm like,
Literally.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
we did like 12 of those things that are pretty similar in that
exactly.
year, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
totally.
I just
This
remember the laughter and the robots. I mean,
And the warm fuzzies that you got
Yeah.
from that. Those,
Yeah.
and then turning
that
into
guy and those adorable robots.
pure love and pure light and pure joy.
Oh
Is that
my
what-
God. I see some of those host segments, and I kind of can remember the writing process or the conversations that followed it, but I also see some of them. Oh my God. They're from completely out of nowhere, or something that somebody in the writing room was perseverating on that was just under their skin.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
So instantly
awesome.
jumps to my mind. Oh my God. One of the funniest ones, I think, is the one where Mike comes out as Urkel, and then everybody starts laughing that he's Urkel, even though it's not really that funny. He's not really doing anything
Right.
special, really. It's first is Tom and Crow, and they're laughing, and then all the Mads, Pearl, and all everybody downstairs is laughing too, and you guys all start calling in characters from other episodes, and like Santa Claus and
Oh my
Pitch
God,
the
that's right.
Devil,
Right.
and you're Jan the Pan. You come back. It's your return as Jan the Pan from Jan in the Pan from Brain That Wouldn't Die.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because Crow just goes, "Hey, Jan in the Pan, you gotta see this. It's Urkel." And like the window opens up and Jan in the Pan is just there miraculously suddenly after 3 years. Oh my God, that just absolutely kills
And you
me.
know, Steve, what I'm thinking about right now, the wheels are turning in my head. Oh my gosh, that must have been a nightmare production day, because do you know how long it took to get into my makeup and then Jan in the Pan makeup? How did we do that? So, but that was a really fun
Costume
episode.
changes, right? Like, yeah.
I love that window. Does the window have a name? Did the octagon
The hex
window?
field.
The hex field. Okay.
Yeah.
So hexagon. So like I love how every time you can see that like you guys built another set on the other side of that. And it's just so charming. I love it so much. Like I know that it's supposed to be a screen, but we can also tell that it's not a screen, and it's just so damn charming. I just love
Well,
it.
that's one of the things I loved about the show is this let's put a show on in our basement kind of quality to it. And I felt like I just really embraced that. I think that vibe and the collective vibe of that sort of homespun low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
low
hear-
fidelity is like so
Yes.
endearing
That's
and
very
charming,
Joel.
right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Joel was like, let's make comedy out of normal household items and let's make a show
Right.
out of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know his prop comedy was such a
Wheel
big
of
part
Comedy, I
it.
think. Was it?
Mhm.
I just remember the Doctari stool. I'll never forget the Doctari stool. And for years, I didn't know what Doctari even was. I don't know because you guys have this like your generation different than I am, and so there's like references that I just wasn't
Sure.
getting. And like later in life, I learned what something was, and it's just extra funny now because I'm like, oh my God, it's been 25 years. I've never gotten that joke.
No, Joel and I had a big. It was not a fight. It was all in good humor, but I just hated. I hate puns, and I really hated a poop pun. So I guess this is a pun. I gave him such shit about it, and he just was defiant, and in a really humorous way. But yeah, that one still makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain like regional references too, like that have been in the show, and I there's a quote we always mention about, what was in the shuttle? Oh, it was just a box of hamdingers, and we're like, we don't even know what hamdingers are,
Yeah.
but like you just laugh at it because it sounds funny.
It sounds funny.
It's just a funny word by nature, so it could have been made up, but it's like, no, it was real. It was actually just like a canned ham from 1970s. But
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we really embraced was we all grew up on television that took place, all these shows took place in LA or New York, and they casually made local references like the rest of the world should know what they were.
it's awesome.
And we just kind of leaned into our Midwestern roots.
Yep.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? Everybody's got to come from somewhere.
Exactly. Like you're almost like, by doing that, you're creating like lore that the show has,
Sure, yeah.
relevance to an area that maybe not a lot of people know. And like people have reverence for certain big cities because there's a lot of things that make reference to them and come from there, like New York and Boston and all these other places. But it's like you guys just sort of manufacture that. You're like, we're just going to reference regional stuff that we know about. And if people know what it is, cool. And if not, they're probably either not going to get the joke or they'll look into it. And
No,
that's also
yeah,
part of
yeah.
the fun atmosphere too there.
Yeah, and I think one thing when we would make those references, the bottom line was always, are we making the reference for the sake of the reference, or will it translate to somebody knowing that it's a quirky regionalism, will the jokes still play?
Yeah.
Right.
Literally in
Yep.
Peoria. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Right.
that's a good question then. So, is there anything particularly Midwestern about Pearl then? Maybe she shops for
Oh.
evil lab coats at Menards or something.
I don't know, but now I'm going to add that to any sort of
That's
wiki
in the
fan
zeitgeist.
wiki. You know, that's where she gets her lab coats.
It's in the deep lore.
Yep.
Love it. So speaking of Pearl, we got to get to Pearl, but we did have a question from one of our very good friends in our Facebook group, Mike Levy.
Sure.
Mike Levy asked this, if you were involved at all with the MST3K movie. And so I guess that's the first question. Were you involved with the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I wrote.
awesome.
We all wrote on the movie. Yep.
I love the movie so much, by the way.
Oh, I'm glad.
Still
yeah.
quote it like so many parts. The industry and technology, when Kevin's doing the, like, you know, just company video voice. He's like, industry and technology, big men sticking screwdrivers into things, turning
Totally.
them,
I can see
and
the
adjusting
sequence.
them.
Yes, the sequence as you're describing
Oh
it.
my
The
God.
line that always makes me laugh, I think of it in my head, is when they're on the plane and it's toward the end of the movie, and Hal or whatever big strapping lead
Yes.
guy is,
Yep.
he's looking at the planet and 1 billion degrees below zero, and Mike intones "Colder by the Lake," which is a Chicago reference. It just, because Mike nailed it, and it just I always think of that
See,
one.
so that's a perfect
That's
example
awesome.
of what we're talking about. That was super hyper local, and it's funny anyway. But if you get that it's a Chicago reference,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
even funnier. That's
I'm
so,
in West. I'm
that's
in
so
West
freaking
Chicago, so that made me tickle a little.
I
That's
I also
hilarious.
love like the like really off the cuff feeling jokes that aren't really that intelligent at all, but just absolutely kill me.
What are
like
you saying, Steve?
for example,
Poop puns.
earlier
None of that.
no thought at all. Just I love the observational humor. Like earlier they're taking off. It's the first time that the main character guy Hal takes off in the plane, and it just literally looks like their feet sticking out of the plane, and somebody goes, "Oh, his legs are sticking out."
No, right. That makes me laugh too. And
Yeah.
when we premiered it live,
Yeah.
people could not stop laughing because it looks like his legs
Legs
are
are sticking out. What is
out.
that? I was like, I think it's Trace says it. I think. Oh, his legs are sticking out. Like
Just like, or just, you know,
Yeah, this little doo.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
This is one of those things with our generation now, after growing up on this and spending our entire Thanksgiving with MST3K and all that. You know,
Oh yeah.
y-
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Turkey
I'm
Day.
sure they get chastised as much as I do watching a movie. This is not MST3K time. You know, no
Yeah, that's
commentary.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's utterly rewritten so many people's brains of how they
Yes.
watch movies, how they watch anything. It's like the layer that now exists in our
Wow.
brains of riffage to everything
Oh yeah.
is just entirely MST3K based. It's
Yeah.
like you don't even realize it until you, like you said, Justin, until you're like with other people who don't do that, and you're like, oh
Exactly.
shit, I need to shut up. Like I've just been like, you know, coming up with little nudges and riffs to stuff, and I'm like, I can't be saying this. I'm at a work meeting. I'm supposed to be paying attention to what's going on here.
Maybe not.
Safety
Yeah.
video.
Right. Yeah, there's a safety video. It's such a good example.
Ooh,
Oh my
his
god.
legs are sticking out.
Yeah.
His legs are
Oh
sticking
man, how hard did he have to push that pipette tip for it to go through his hand? I mean, come on.
But
Yeah,
I
it's like
do think it points to something. What I was really interested in when I first started, there's a deconstruction that happens that I was really into watching. All these, for starters, all these educational films that are very proscriptive about how girls should behave, and
Right.
these black and white films where women are being casually brutalized, right? So to me, I really appreciated being with like minds in terms of there's humor there, but it's deconstructing what we're seeing, what we have just absorbed, right?
Hmm.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
those oh my God, those shorts, those educational, quote unquote educational shorts are just so creepy.
Yep.
So many of them are
So upsetting.
Yeah, and
So
it's like the
Oh my
only way that
God.
you can process them is by sort of kind of riffing on them or doing some
Yeah.
other way to kind of be like,
Yeah,
what?
tweaking it, like
Yeah,
pushing
like
back on it.
yeah, pushing back at it. You're like, what the hell? You know,
Yeah.
this is meant to be
Right.
instructional. Like,
Right. There were so
what?
many that I've seen so many just over the years, not just because of you guys, but mostly because of you guys, I guess. But there were ones like the hygiene ones. I just did nobody have I don't get it.
I don't know, Steve. I don't know.
It's
Like,
I don't know.
going to decode
Like-
history here.
Right.
And remember, Jimmy, always use the soap when you take a bath. It's like, yeah, like
Wash
what-
behind your ears and under your armpits.
Right,
No,
right, the
once
wash
Again,
behind the ears thing.
Nostradamus.
I don't know. I do not know. And if it was just part and parcel of these of trying to issue conformity
Right,
among
right.
everyone, I
Right.
don't know. But it's a little discerning, disconcerting to think about what
It's surreal.
Yeah.
That was a time in history of like, oh yeah, we have to make sure that we have these like, uniform conformed videos that teach you how to be and how to talk to a girl and how to ask somebody out on a date
Right,
and
right,
how to
right.
brush your teeth and how to call someone on the phone. It's like, whoa, it's so weird.
And
Yeah.
were people not learning this stuff in their homes? And maybe that's the
Right.
point was
Yeah.
again getting everyone on the same bus where brushing your teeth was concerned.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just so
Yep.
weird.
I learned
And it
all that
paints-
from Nick at Night.
And it
Thank
paints
you,
such a
Dobie
weird
Gillis.
picture. Oh, I remember. I also watched Dobie Gillis on Nick at Night, Coop. I was right there with you.
That's
With
so
Bob
fun.
Denver.
No, it's not.
But yeah, it sort of paints this weird picture for us who didn't live through the 50s to be like, what was going on there?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
is this truly what life was like, or was this as strange at the
Then
time?
as it is now. Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
So strange.
Steve, did Mike have another piece of his question?
Oh,
Was there
you're
a
right.
second part?
Yes, you're right. He did have a second part. He said he asked how the dynamic. This is a really good transitional question. Anyway, how it was transitioning from writing to being an actor on the show, and did you keep writing as well? Were you always on the writing team?
I was always on the writing team, and by that point, I had played a number of bit parts, like in the Hex Field and
Jan in the Pan.
Jan and the Pan, etc., and the Trailer Trash Girl and
I love
the
the Amazon moms
Amazon Mom
with you and Bridget.
with Bridget, which
Yep.
I just start laughing
great.
just to think about it. So I played bit parts. But stepping in to the role of the evil nemesis was
That's big.
disconcerting. Those are big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And I think one thing I was not prepared for was, pardon me, this was sort of the ascendancy of the information superhighway, the internet and chat rooms.
Ooh.
And I was not prepared for the anger, if you will, that Trace was leaving and that I was filling the role, and my personal appearance, which
Wow.
was very, very upsetting.
Yeah, I can't
And I
imagine
had-
what that's
Yeah,
like,
I had
you
to go
know?
through this process of what am I doing? I'm really sticking my neck out, because we were working in the studio in a suburb of the Twin Cities. And even though I knew intellectually it was going out on the airwaves, we were still working in our little hive. We were not really
Yeah.
exposed to all that. We weren't recognized in the Twin Cities, which was fine with us. We just wanted to do our work, right?
Mhm.
So then you start reading these comments about yourself, and to say it was disconcerting is putting it mildly. It was really a mind fuck, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Right?
And I had to go through this process where I thought, I have a job that I love. How about if I just do the job that I love.
Yeah, right.
Wow,
Yeah.
that just sucks, you know.
I know.
People are so crappy, so easily so crappy. And you know, it makes me think of the actor who played Jar Jar, Ahmed Best. You know, I mean, he has been very vocal over the years about how terrible it was and what the backlash did to him mentally, and how
Oh
you know,
my
Right.
God. Oh my
you know, I
God.
mean, just he became suicidal and stuff, and
I
it's just like so unnecessary, guys. You
so
can
so
Cruel.
unnecessary. I mean, get
Truly
get a
cruel.
life if this is
Yeah.
so important to you. If this
and
is
there's a real person
Yeah.
behind
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
character.
There's
Like,
a real person who also didn't create this character, by the way. You know, it's like even still, even if you are going to be that type of person who's so insanely, you know, hitched to this particular franchise that you're going to send like angry, hateful, you know, mail and threats to somebody,
Yeah.
like I mean,
Crazy.
you shouldn't do that no matter who you are or what the subject is, but like the actor isn't the person who like made this a reality
Yeah.
necessarily. Like this was written, this was a construct, like this is a person who's playing a role. They're grateful to be given an opportunity. And like in your case, Mary Jo, like you were in a position of, you know, kind of bravely stepping forward from behind the scenes to in front of the scenes and still staying in the back end as well. And like, you know, that's why a lot of times like in theater productions you don't often see people who are like part of the crew who then become part of the cast, because it's just there is that huge jump. So, you know, for you to do
It's a
that
different
is
skill set,
really
yeah.
incredible.
Totally.
That should be
Absolutely.
something that's very inspiring for a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, I never even thought about that, and that is really upsetting to hear that was like how your experience was. Yeah,
And
that's rough.
and you know, for our part, we love Pearl. We think you're great. Everything about the Mystery Science Theater cast over the years, to me, there's nobody that I dislike. I think there's just something about the franchise that it's just so cozy to me. It's so
Wow, that's a
it's
great
so,
word. Yeah.
you know, in my heart, you know, because it's been there my whole life. Like I remember distinctly the first time I ever saw the show, so distinctly. I was sleeping over at my grandmother's house, and she
Aw.
had like an upstairs that
Aw.
was
What
kinda
was her
like a
name?
little.
Grandma what? What did you call her?
She was Meme.
Grandma. Okay, so
Meme.
you're sleeping over at Grandma's house.
I was at Meme's house, and I think this might have been. But so Tim and I are brothers, but I don't know. This might have been before you were born, honestly, or
Probably.
it was probably might have been 1990. Yeah, there was just this crazy show on, and I never heard of
Right?
it. I didn't know what it was, and it was the format that. Do you remember when it was the Mystery Science Theater Hour, and Mike had that other character? He looked like, I don't know, Leonard Maltin or somebody. Like
Yeah.
had
He
the
was
beard.
Jack somebody, the
Yeah.
actor's studio. Yes, but
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, oh yeah, right. And so it was the brain that wouldn't die was the episode that I actually saw with you as Jan in the Pan, and so that was the first episode I ever saw, and I will never forget it. You know, it just absolutely was like it. I'd never seen anything like it. We didn't have Comedy Central where I live, so Meme had it. So, you know, it was like, oh, let's see what's on Comedy Central, kind of a thing. You know,
Thanks,
it was
Grandma.
really cool. Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
what you say about thank you for the general view of the show and the comments about Pearl. I get amused now when I see various Facebook threads that people will say, I hate Pearl Forrester, and I just think, oh, she was 5% of I don't have the energy
True.
to put that much
Right, that much vitriol into like being this man. You're like, okay,
like taking it
whatever.
personally, like really invested in it.
Yeah.
And I also, again, that was such a learning experience with taking over Trace's role, where and being older, you start taking things in stride, thankfully. And I see these comments about people's dislike for Pearl or Mary Jo isn't funny. And I think, oh yeah, I'm crying all the way to the bank.
Right, right.
No, and I'm not rich by any means, but I have been so lucky to make a living doing what I do.
Yeah,
So
it kicks ass. It
that's
kicks
my
ass.
point. Like
Yep. Everyone
Yeah.
should be jealous of being able to write and create humor and comedy amongst your friends for countless years.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Exactly,
you know what,
Tim.
you don't think I'm funny, and that's fine.
That's fine.
Because
Yeah,
I
right.
literally
Okay.
got to like live a dream.
good day.
And a lot of people do like my role, and even if they didn't, you still got to live your dream.
Yeah.
Like
No.
that's amazing.
Right, and this was a dream job that you never even know existed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, when I
Right.
showed up for that 2-week
Yeah,
trial
good thing
period,
you hung
I
out
was
for a
like,
couple of weeks.
"What?"
That's how I felt when I found out
What?
people got paid to taste test ice cream. I'm like, that's a job? Oh, are you shitting me? Why am I not doing that? Why don't I work for like Hood just taste testing ice
See?
cream?
Okay,
It
that's
exists.
also
You're right.
a
You're like,
regional
that's
reference. There's no
dream
hood in
job.
the Midwest. So
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
And to be fair, that job
That
is
is
only
local,
good in the
yeah.
short term. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I don't know. I could make it last for a while, I think. But
So
yeah, for sure.
we definitely got to move on to some
Sure.
other stuff, but
Sure.
you know, I mean, Pearl got quite the glow up over the years, so clearly you were feeling stuff out. You know, when she first showed up with Clayton there, and she was like the mom, and then she became like a total badass later. And I think she also was aged up for her first appearances compared to later.
I like to think so. Yes.
Yeah, for sure she was. No, you looked like a total badass later. I loved when you settled into what Pearl became. I think she was just so great.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I found my footing.
Yeah.
Once you started shopping at Menards.
Well,
That's what
exactly.
it
But
is.
also, I was working with
save big
Kevin
money, guys.
and Bill, who are so fun and funny, and that
you
whole
guys are
crew
so
was just
funny.
really supportive and connected, and I think that is and was a huge piece of it.
Bill as
Yeah.
the brain guy, I just love.
Oh,
I just
shut up!
absolutely,
Get out of here!
I just love him. He's so.
Oh my
great.
god!
I mean, you're okay too.
Thank you.
We have another Retroid question. Got to make sure we ask Tim. Do you want
Yes.
to
Yes.
pitch that one up?
Oh, yeah, sure. So this one came from our good friend and fan, Raina Madison, and she asks, was there ever a movie shown on MST3K that you genuinely liked and felt didn't deserve riffing?
I'm sure there was, and all things being relative, because when you're dealing with that onslaught, I think I did close to 100 movies in my tenure.
Oh my
But
God.
I'll be damned if I can remember what it is. But there are definitely some where you think, oh yeah,
Wasn't so bad.
they made it come together. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this wasn't so bad, you know.
Yeah.
And I think like the audience, I think sometimes can see those episodes where like if there aren't that many jokes, it's kind of like the crew of the Satellite of Love is just watching the movie, and you're like, oh, it's because this movie's not actually all that bad, you know. It's like it's just kind of like, you know,
Yeah, they're not
it's
giving us
serviceable.
a lot.
There's not a lot to work
giving us
with.
a lot to hang on to
Sure.
because it's serviceable.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
passable.
Right.
Totally.
And I'm
then,
sorry, I can't remember any by name, but that's a good question. Apologies.
okay.
I
No,
remember
no
they had like
problem.
an at the Oscars special or something where they were doing As Good as It Gets, and that always stuck with me. Like, who beat you
Oh,
up? John Henson, you know. Like, that was like,
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's so funny.
I don't know why
Actually,
that stuck with me, but
Raina, I'll answer the question for me personally. There's
Mm-hmm.
one episode in the Netflix season. I think it was the first season of the Netflix episodes, and it's one of my all-time favorite cheesy movies, At the Earth's Core. I love that movie, and I feel like that would be my answer. It didn't actually need to be made fun of. It was really funny though. I mean, Jonah and the bots did a great job.
Yeah. Excellent.
But that's
Yeah.
mine. But
my answer is
Mary
anything
Jo.
with Eddie Deason.
which
Sure.
one?
Yeah.
Anything with Eddie Deason.
Of
That's my
course.
answer.
Yes.
I always like devilfish myself. I like
Devilfish.
the shark octopus was just enthralling. Really, I was edging my seat
as a
the whole time.
creature, the creature design in Devilfish is immaculate.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but the movie's not. Mary Jo, did you have any writing that you got to do when the show transitioned to Netflix, or was that beyond
I think I
your
wrote,
scope?
yes, No, I wrote on a couple of episodes, but I'm sorry, I can't remember which
That's
one.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's still cool to know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so Raina's question, and then yeah, I mean, just kind of like just reflecting a little bit. The Kickstarter for the MST3K, the Rift Track experiment, it's made almost $3 million and was only looking for $20,000. And just seeing that crazy outpouring of support, like what goes through your head, when you kind of just take a step back and you're like, wow, I've been a part of something that is like so incredibly integral for so many people.
What goes through my head?
Yeah.
I still marvel at it. I am still sort of dumbfounded by it. Again, getting back to how lucky I have been for this crazy job that's a dream job that you didn't even know existed, right? Who would have even thought that that's a dream job? When I get recognized, especially in the Twin Cities, it happens enough where it's flabbergasting. What goes through my head is kind of, not to sound like a simpleton, but kind of a big WOW goes through my
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wow.
Oh, wow.
Like, what else can you say?
And also it's very, I think at first because I doubted my own abilities and felt like I was way out of my league with my colleagues. I think when fans would have a reaction about how much the show meant to them, I think I really distanced myself from that. Like,
almost like you were not like part of that thing. Like you were almost on the edge of like, oh, well, they're a fan of this show and I feel like I'm out of my league, so I'm not.
So I'm not going to connect with that at all. And then when we started traveling for Cinematic Titanic, we would do these meet and greets, and I met so many people face to face who would say things like, the show really got me through a difficult time in my life, or my mom died and I needed that show, and it really hit me what I got to be a part of that leavened people's hearts. Not to be too corny, but like,
oh no.
And the big wow again through my brain.
I mean, I can already tell Coop's heart was leavened.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So Coop has.
Yeah, this is my Cinematic Titanic 2012 live tour. This was on February 2nd at the Bushnell Theater. It was on my birthday, and I was there, and I did get to meet you. And I got.
Did you come through the line?
I did. Yeah.
That was the funnest part of those shows.
Oh, that was.
Wait, where's the Bushnell?
The Bushnell is in Hartford. It's,
right that was a
to
great tour. That was a fun tour.
Why was Dave Allen there? He was just walking around, like milling around outside.
Because he was part of the opening act.
He was the opening act. Because
dude.
For listeners who don't know,
what's going on with your memory?
Hey, if anything, it makes you feel better, right, Mary Jo? We all are forgetting just tons of shit.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, the counselor from Freaks and Geeks is here. You know?
Yeah. No, he traveled with us. He did a lot of opening stuff, warm up stuff. So
he danced like awesome. Shakira for me, like personally. I was like,
for you personally.
Dave?
Wow. Shut up. Get out of here.
His hips would not lie. They would not lie.
I told him it was my birthday and I share a birthday with Shakira, and he goes, oh, and he started gyrating and dancing. It was the greatest.
Now, did he get into his naked trucker costume?
He did not.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Dave Allen Gruber is that he can fall asleep anywhere at any time, and we were taking the train from, I don't know, maybe Hartford to Boston or something, and he was sitting in a car with my husband and me straight across from us, and my husband and I had just bought a house, and so we started talking about our house, and we couldn't have been 30 seconds into it, and so that makes you feel like you're really fascinated.
So bad. I know. You're like, well, all right.
Well, I guess I know what my interest threshold is. But
I know. I've really been, riveting, apparently.
Yeah, but I love him. He was so
awesome.
fun to have on those tours.
So, Coop,
That's
you
awesome.
have some questions for Cinematic Titanic, actually. So why don't you take it away,
I
man?
do. I do. The live Cinematic Titanic show ran from 2007 to 2013 and featured MST3K alums Trace. I always say this wrong. Baloo, and then
Bellew? Mm-hmm.
Bellew, J.
Bellew?
Elvis Weinstein, Frank Conniff, and of course Mary Jo. Is it true that your first performance was a private show for Industrial Light and Magic?
Yes, it was. And
That's crazy.
we got to tour the place, and I felt like I had to lay down. It was so much. I just wanted to lay down during the tour, like, oh God, this is, oh God. Oh God.
I need a grounding device. Is there a wall nearby?
Tim, oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, it was, and it was gangbusters, and it was so much fun, and they were so sweet to us, and I am starting to have palpitations thinking about it again. So yes.
Was there anything there that kind of like to this day you think about that was so cool?
Yeah, we had our photograph taken by the I don't know what you call them, but the actual oh God, I'm not this dumb, you guys, but the Star Wars characters.
Okay.
Like the
Very
droids?
cool.
No, like I'm going to stop
like
right
Mark
there.
Hamill? Did Mark?
Because I
Hamill
feel like an
take your
asshole.
picture?
No, but if it had been Mark Hamill, I would have kidnapped him and married him.
You would have smooched him right on the lips and
Just
just taken him away.
Yes.
Just right on
Mwah.
the darn lip.
You're my husband now.
So edit that out because I sound like a ninny because I can't really remember because it was so overwhelming.
I'm
So
keeping the
it
Mark
was-
Hamill stuff.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right. How about
We'll
how
do
about
right
this
by
one?
you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Sorry, what was the question?
So how about this one then? The DVDs were released, and you all took the show on the road. What was it like? Had you performed on stage before? I guess as a team with Cinematic Titanic.
No, I mean we all had individual stage experience, but that was we all we became that team.
That's good.
So
So
you
kind
guys
of
were
like
all
a traveling troupe.
Yeah. And having worked with those guys, you just fall into it naturally. I was one who hadn't done any riffing like that, live riffing like that.
It
Was
was
that-
such
is-
a cool show. It was
Oh,
really
yeah.
just such
It
a
was-
cool.
Just-
I
that's
did get
great.
to see. I think it was your second or third to last performance. There was 2 Massachusetts shows that you did at the end of the tour in 2013.
Yep.
And I was at one of those. It was the
Oh,
Wasp
cool.
Woman, and I mean, what a neat idea with you guys are all in silhouettes, and you're kind of just standing and sitting around this like very simple sort of set made of pipes or something back there, but we can't really see it. We just see the silhouette, and it's projected on the screen. I mean, just so interesting, such a visually interesting and arresting sort of image. It's so cool.
Yeah, we had so much fun with that. I loved that period in my life.
Did you get to sort of flex more of your improv skills with Cinematic Titanic, or did you have a lot of like the kind of jokes written out ahead of time? Like what was sort of your method for that?
We definitely wrote out scripts, but there was always that element of things going off the rails and being able to work with that or follow that. I think.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah, I think
Just got to go with it, right?
Just go with it. Yeah, it was super fun. Those guys made me laugh so much.
It's so
You
fun.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was War of the Insects was the early
Oh.
show, and then Doomsday Machine. The Doomsday Machine was the late show.
I loved Doomsday Machine. It was a really hard one to write because it's a bunch of different movies and it doesn't go anywhere. But I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh, that's so awesome. It's such a special experience. I'm so glad that Coop and I both got to go.
That's really
I
cool.
I can't believe it was that long ago. I
Yeah.
literally when I looked up the years of the tours today, I'm flabbergasted that it
Yeah.
was that long
I
ago.
know.
Oh my god, 13
I
years ago. Are
know.
you kidding me? Jesus. But we obviously are almost out of time here tonight, so I want to make sure that we get at least one mention of the Mary Jo Pehl show. First of all, Chris Gersbeck is a totally cool dude, and we're big fans of his. He's been
I
on
love
our
him.
show a couple of
But
times.
he is not as smart as you.
He's not.
That
He's
that
better-
that That
Just
is one
because
thing we have to set the record straight. That you are
just because
smarter
he's
than
better
him.
at trivia.
I appreciate that.
hmm
I appreciate that.
But the Mads are back. We were a huge fan of that, and
For real,
anything Dumb
Yeah.
Industries does is just I don't know. It's got that same sort of very handmade, very lovingly crafted sort of feel. And you guys are there, so it's very awesome. Can you just tell us briefly about like what was the genesis of the Mary Jo Pehl show? How did that come about?
Well, I think I was looking for something to do when I think we're going on year 5, so it was kind of coming out of the lockdown,
Right.
and I was looking for something to do, and then I was a guest on the Mads, right? And I have to ask Chris, because then somehow Chris and I connected, and then I asked Trace and Frank, would it be okay if I worked with Chris on something? And so
And they said, no, he's ours.
well, I wouldn't have blamed them. I didn't want to be,
He belongs to
cannibalizing their guy. So,
Yeah.
and then I think we just did 1 or 2, and it just sort of found its way. It's a very vague and boring answer, but
That's sometimes how it happens, though, you know?
But Chris and I
organic.
had a really good connection, so we really clicked. So I think that was a lot of it. And I still feel like we are feeling our way, which is one of the things I like about it. We're just willing to, some stuff works. It's a streaming show with 500 viewers. Everybody's on board for everything getting fucked up or not.
Yep.
So
Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like the different aspects that it goes, whether you guys are playing D&D for a day or doing the cooking stuff. Honestly, Mary Jo, the cooking shows get
I
me.
love
They're a delight. Like, seriously, it is so funny to just watch you work your way through a recipe, the whole way being like, I am not going to eat this. Like this.
isn't that evident, Tim?
Yeah, you're like this will not at all be consumed by me. And then your friend
Going in the trash.
Ari, I think, was like, "Oh, I'll try the salmon and cheese pie," and you just look at him with the eyes of, "Are you kidding me? If you're gonna take a bite, that means I have to take a bite." Like you just can tell you're like, "Don't eat any. I don't want to eat any."
Don't
it is
lob
so
this
fun
ball
to do it with people who have been guests on the show, or people in my life who might have been on MST, but people love the recipes, and that's the objective, is to find, and those are actual hideous recipes that exist.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. The 50s were wild, right?
Yeah. Yes.
What?
Everything's in
Yes.
Jello.
So gross.
Yeah, lime jello and tuna casserole with olives.
Right.
Okay.
Did you successfully mail hot dog soup to Chris? Like did he
Did I
ever
try to-
receive
did I
that?
try
Yeah,
to do that?
yeah. The last scene of the hot dog soup episode was you saying, "Well, the camera person just left, but I know Chris would really like some of this," and you have a like padded envelope that you're just ladling soup into.
Oh my God,
And I'm
Tim.
like, "Holy shit! Did she
Tim,
actually
I
mail it?"
completely forgot that.
You did it like on your phone. It was the only part of the video that was like vertical because you recorded it on your
I was starting
phone.
to get rid of it, so I thought,
Yeah. Yes. And I'm like, that's so funny. I would
that's how
love
you
to know
threw it
if you
away.
actually mailed it out. Here you go. So funny. Yeah, so I mean, truly, it is delightful, and it's cool that you get to experiment with just like different stuff, all sorts of different
Yeah, we
kinds
always
of.
intended it as some sort of variety show, and that's why we're sort of open to suggestions or takes on game shows. But
Yeah.
I think we are due for a new recipe, so I'll have to find somebody
Yeah.
and a recipe. But I'm glad you like those. Those
Yeah,
are fun.
it's fun.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
did like
the,
that.
the trivia episode was the most recent trivia episode, where it was like, Matt's asking you guys questions about like every movie you've ever seen for Mary Jo
Oh, yeah,
movie nights,
yeah.
Movie Joe nights, and that was so damn funny. I just
Oh, I'm so
loved that
glad.
much.
Cool.
Because you were
Excellent.
every single time, you're like full confidence, knowing damn well you do not know the friggin'
I
answer.
do not know.
You do not, but like you're like, I full-throatedly do not know this answer.
But here's the thing: I am so interested and envious and fascinated by people like all y'all who remember the movies and events in the movie where in my brain they all sort of merge because there's so much walking or repetitive LA
the padding,
backdrop. So I wish I were better about that, so I could win trivia.
Yeah.
It's not important. It doesn't.
The stakes are low. Yeah.
Yeah,
stakes are
exactly.
very low.
Yeah.
I also loved in that episode, I think it's really funny, like Matt had a full mustache for the trivia portion, and then when you guys recorded a week later for like the post amble, like he had shaved, and it was just really funny because you and Chris looked the same, and I just was laughing. I'm like, no one's gonna mention this. Am I insane?
It probably escaped my. Yeah.
Does anyone else smell fudge? Is it? Am I having a stroke right now?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is that toast burning?
Right,
That's toast.
burning.
Or fresh fruit.
Tasting pennies. Yes.
Last question of the night. So our show is about nostalgia and all the things that made childhood awesome, growing up awesome. That's what we always say. What's something that you remember from growing up that made your childhood awesome? It could be like a toy or a snack or a TV show or a book or just any sort of nostalgic thing that you remember fondly.
The first thing that comes to mind is we lived on a lake, and so I got to swim in the summer all the time. As far as sort of a pop culture at that time, I was really into... I was kind of a weirdo loner as a kid. That might surprise you. But they used to make these I wasn't into dolls, but they made Jane West dolls. Does that ring a bell? Do you guys? So it's this cowgirl doll, and she had a horse. And I wanted that so bad, and then I threw away the doll, and I just played with the horse and made barns and everything. But that is a really great question. And we had a dog, and I loved dogs, and I that was a huge part of my young silly life. Does that make sense? Am I answering questions?
What was your dog's name?
His name was Otto. He was a little
my favorite
schnauzer.
palindrome.
Right? He was a little schnauzer, dumb little schnauzer, and I loved him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What a
Thank
great
you for sharing
question.
that.
Thank you for that.
See, we started with the shittiest question.
Yes.
And we
I
ended
can't
with
believe you're asking that.
No, my outrage.
Could you?
I do appreciate you not asking where we got the movies.
Oh yes, no. Well, it was on the list. We just didn't get there. Luckily.
Seriously.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm totally giving you guys shit. So this has been really
amazing.
fun. Thank you.
Getting shit from Mary Jo Pehl is amazing. So,
Getting shit from Pearl is the best. Come on, this rules.
You're welcome.
thank you so much.
Hopefully we'll
so
get
much for coming
recipes
on the
next.
show.
So
Yes.
Yeah,
This was so fun, you guys. Thank you.
Oh, awesome! I'm
What-
so glad.
The only other
this was so
thing-
fun.
I had another question.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I'm excited. No problem. I'm excited to get a chance to listen to your book, Dumb Dumb Dumb. But I have to say, you have one of the greatest voices that would be
agreed.
so good
Yes,
for
yeah.
audiobooks. And have you
Absolutely.
considered doing books other than your own book, like just to do
Wow.
audiobooks?
Okay, thank you. Sorry to interrupt you, but thank you.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to hear your own voice, so I have no
Yeah.
sense of that, so I really appreciate that. But
Yeah.
I have in the past auditioned for doing other audiobooks, and I never get hired, but I would absolutely. It's a lot of work, but I would absolutely. But thank you.
Yeah, no, sincerely, I think that it would be a great fit. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to picking up the audiobook because I would love to hear that.
Well, let
I'm
me
sure
know what
that's
you
a great
think.
time. Yeah, we'll do.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Sure.
so Tim and Steve, you guys are brothers?
Yes.
Who's older?
I am older.
Steve
I
is
love
older?
that she doesn't know, Tim. She
I
doesn't
know.
know.
That means I look like shit.
So I'm actually 12 years older.
12 years older?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously?
Same parents too.
What?
Same parents.
Okay, so 12 years is the age difference. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Let's make for interesting conversations for sure.
See, I like to think that gap is the exact amount of time needed to be best buddies. And if we were like closer in age, we probably would have just punched each other.
Are there other siblings?
No, it's just the two of us. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the 12-year age gap was great because then only Steve could punch me, and then I would just be like, "It's okay. I'm so small. I can't do shit."
Oh, poor Tim. Poor baby Tim.
I'm a baby man. Yeah. So that was why it was so much fun.
Those are the good old days. I remember those.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good.
And
Good.
Justin,
good stuff.
how do you know these guys? How did you get hooked up with this racket?
I'm the chef.
This question again?
No.
after their Curly left the show, they brought me in as a replacement. So
Okay.
I'm kind of like that, but I've known them through our other friends podcasting, and that's how we. And to be honest with you, these are the two most creative people I've ever met. So it's like they're just until now.
Aw, Justin.
No, but isn't it great to be able to do something with like-minded folks?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And just to chuckle and laugh about like dumb crap we grew up with and
with our childhood
be excited
heroes,
to interview Mary Jo Pehl. Like this is all, all uniformly exciting. And that's like,
and you guys
it's
have had
rare.
a long run, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's not easy to keep the motor running on a lot of projects. So right on.
They say that I think
thank you.
most podcasts don't last 10 episodes. So if you're years into it, if you're out there, even if you're not getting many views, if you're not getting the results you think you're getting, I really just I hope you stick with it. Whoever's listening, just stick with it, because the work should be done because you want to do it, and it's the reason.
Right
to do
on, Steve.
Yep. So
just do the thing.
Do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hang out for another hour, Mary Jo, but I know you got to go.
Yeah, could you guys come over for coffee? You're all so cute.
Sure, that sounds super fun. I would love to help make your next disgusting creation, and I will fall on the sword. I will fall on the ladle.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
We live in Massachusetts,
okay.
So I'd have to take
that's
a road
right,
trip.
Obviously, okay. Yeah, I don't have the budget for it, but man, I would love that. That would be great.
Oh man, that is a very amazing compliment.
How fun would that be?
That's an amazing compliment.
Appreciate it. But
and we could really stick it to your older brother Steve. Screw
that.
I got to hang out with Mary Jo Pehl all day and eat hot dog, Jello, or whatever the hell.
I have 4 siblings. I know how this works.
You get it.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, Coop, do you have anything to end with? Do you have anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I'm just excited that I got to meet you back in the day, and you were lovely. And I have told these gentlemen that I had such a wonderful time at Cinematic Titanic, and I'm just thrilled that I got to see her, and so glad that he mentioned about your voice, because that's what I was going to say.
Oh, wow. Thanks, you guys. Wow.
I'm glad that you echoed that. Yeah.
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. And, we can't wait for the Riff Tracks experiment, the MST3K experiment episodes. I know there's only 4 to start with, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping. We're always very greedy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You guys have so many episodes, and we're still so greedy.
Oh, I know, right? It's the more thing, and it's like, guys, we could you could just watch the episodes that exist endlessly forever.
Seriously.
You'd be fine. By the time you get to the last episode, you forgot the first episode.
No,
and everything they did
so
on the
you know what I'm
Gizmo
talking
Plex,
about,
too.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
We just remember the songs. Sandy Frank.
Yeah, I just shot my stuff about 2 weeks ago, and it was I think everyone will be really pleased. It was such a delight and amazing. So I will look forward to you guys seeing it and your reactions.
Can't wait. Actually, and just for the listeners, it's just kind of funny. We were going to record this episode with you that day and you were leaving that day or something to record, and it's just really funny. You messaged me and you're like, I am sorry, but I have to go record Mystery Science Theater. This is literally.
Well, I guess we can wait.
No, I know, but you do feel like I'm Midwestern. You do feel like, you know.
You guys are nice. You're nice.
So.
Sorry to inconvenience, but I'm making the shit you like, okay?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, but I am a celebrity, and right now I have to go be a celebrity.
I have to get into makeup. Hold on.
And I'm like,
Mind
thank
me.
you, thank you. I'll have some more. I'll have some more of this rejection. No problem. You can reject us all you want for more Mr. Science Theater. No problem. That's
okay,
absolutely.
Steve, are you on the East Coast too?
Yeah, we're both in Massachusetts.
Justin, where are you?
I'm in Illinois.
Okay. All right. Just check
Chicago.
The magic of the internet. See, proving tonight, we proved that the internet isn't solely used for evil.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is pretty amazing, isn't it?
It is largely used for evil, but
we can let's be a good force in the world.
Let's be a ray of sunshine, right?
Yeah,
Why not?
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, I will get us the heck out of here. Thank you guys and listening.
Thank you
so much.
For
so much fun
listening. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mike and Raina for the questions. Really, really fun. Thank you, Mary Jo, so much for coming on. We'd love to have you on some other time too, if you want to come back.
Sure.
That'd be amazing. That officially wraps up the episode. I'll get us out of here. If you haven't jumped ship by now, we certainly hope you've enjoyed this week's journey over the eel-infested waters of all the things that made growing up awesome. If you like what you've heard, please hit up our popular Facebook group and subscribe to the show in your podcast app of choice. You can also find us on Good Pods, where you can like episodes, leave reviews, and give us some much appreciated feedback. As if you didn't know, Retro Ridoctopus is a full-fledged member of the Dorkening Podcast Network. So if you get a chance, please check out our sister shows like Epic Tales from the Sewers with Mr. Justin Cooper. There he is. Splash Pages, Throwdown Thursday, The Horror Squad, lots of good shows, amazing stuff. For more information or to subscribe to us or any of these cool shows, please visit thedorkening.com and be sure to check out our killer sponsors, Deadly Grounds Coffee. That is coffee to die for. I've been your host. My name is Parasite Steve, a.k.a. Steve and Samson, and it is a sad thing that your adventures have ended here in the not-too-distant future. Good night.